Having a follow-up process for the prospects you talk to, for the people that you provide proposals for, is absolutely critical if you want to close more business and close more contracts for your landscaping company. So today I'm going to talk you through how to do that, why it's important, and exactly why you need to have a follow-up system in place that you follow every single time. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. One of the sales mentors that I've worked with over the years and followed always says, the riches is in the follow-up. And there's another saying, the riches is in the niches, but that's a different saying. And but it always reminds me that really when we want to generate more revenue, when we want to close more business, when we want to grow our business, it really comes from the follow-up process. And I've really taken that to heart over the years because I realized that you can present a proposal to somebody, you can present the estimate, and they're not always are they going to be in a position to make a decision then. Sometimes they are, which is great, but plenty of times they rightfully should, honestly check with their spouse or look at their budget, because you want somebody to make a clear-headed decision and commit to working with you. You don't want to pressure somebody into buying from you just in that moment, because then you're just going to not close the right type of customer. If they feel forced or rushed, they're going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to set the stage for your relationship with them in an unhealthy way. Whereas opposed to that, if they say, hey, I'll let you know, then they're really taking time to make a good decision. There are times that you'll one call close people and they'll say, yep, I'm ready to go. And that's great. But honestly, I've learned over the years that those customers are a little bit riskier. Sometimes they're a little bit pickier. And because there hasn't been any relationship building in the early part of your time with them, you're creating some risk for yourself. If you're willing to play the long game, if you're willing to follow up, if you're willing to keep showing up until people are ready, you get a much higher quality customer and you get much higher revenue. One of the things, that I've just seen over the years, because I really took that advice to heart from the sales mentor that taught me, is that if I'm willing to consistently follow up, I can double or triple the number of deals that I bring in, because some people just aren't ready yet. One of the contracts that I signed about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, came from me following up for 22 months on a project. So I presented the proposal. I went through everything they needed. I talked them through the service that they were going to get. And they were like, this sounds good to me. It feels like it'll be a good fit, but I'm not quite ready. Let's talk next month. I was like, all right, cool. So I said, I will, do you want to have a scheduled call? And so, yeah, he's like, we can do a scheduled call. So I scheduled a call and followed up with them. And we said, hey, where do things stand? We got an update on where they were at. And they were like, I definitely want to do this, but I'm not ready yet. Just keep following up with me. I was like, okay. So I followed up every month for 22 months. And at the end, my now client said, you know what? You're the only person that has followed up consistently. I'm ready to do this now. Let's do a quick check-in call, make a couple tweaks. I'm sure your pricing may have adjusted over, a couple of years time. And so I made some adjustments to their pricing, and they signed on. That client has gone on to do almost 6 figures in work with us, and turned into a really, really great partner client. And that's just one example. Just today, I've been following up with a prospect who paid their proposal fee, just like we teach, because that's the way to go. But they weren't quite ready. And so I've been following up for about 3 months, and they reached out and said, hey, I'm ready to go. Here's the budget I want to work in, so we can remove a couple things that I'm not ready for yet. And then tomorrow I'm meeting with them to sign their contract. But it really came from me just being consistent and following up, nice, friendly follow up. And that's what really moves the needle, because they get busy, they get distracted, they didn't get a chance to talk to their spouse or partner about it. They didn't have time to look at their budget. Like, we all have very busy lives. And so it's our responsibility after we present an estimate or proposal to our client to make sure that we're following up. You don't want to ever lose that, you don't want to lose that opportunity simply because you didn't follow up enough. And by following up, you can double your close rate. But if you don't follow up, your close rate will just continue to go down. So if you put out 10 estimates and let's say 1 or 2, sign up right away, you get customers out of it, with 1 follow-up, or maybe right when you're presenting it, which would be great. The other 8 are still interested because they got a proposal from you. But if you follow up consistently over time, you can get another 4 or 5 or 6 of those, customers to sign on to your services. And the other part of follow-up is not just the long-term follow-up, but having a rapid follow-up process when somebody reaches out to you. So if somebody messages you on Facebook, calls you, texts you, sends you an email, whatever, marketing channels you have out there for them to contact you, they need to hear back right away. Because if it takes a day or 2 days, they're like, oh, maybe those guys aren't in business, or they must be too busy, and they start looking other places. Or in the beginning, they already looked at 3 or 4 places. And so the person that responds the fastest is going to have the opportunity to have that first conversation. So one of the things that we help our clients with here at Landscape Marketing Hero is we help you create automated but highly effective follow-up processes so that you keep people warm and nurtured. And then once you give them that proposal, then you're able to follow up them, consistently as well. And there's one other thing that I want to share as well. A lot of people want to reach out and ask about pricing right away, which is a fair question because they need to know, hey, can I even afford this, or where do you fall? You can give people a price range immediately and say something like, you can share your lowest account and what maybe your higher accounts are, and say, yep, our pricing is anywhere from $50 a mow to some of our clients spend thousands a month with us and absolutely love working with us. So tell me about what your goals are for your property, what you'd like to see happen, and then I can give you accurate pricing. So you've answered their question, but then you've also said, you know what, I want some details so I can really provide you an accurate price. And then obviously you can move them into the paid proposal fee. And then you're really progressing by, you have a customer as soon as they pay the proposal fee, then you present the estimate, and then it's just a matter of following up until they're ready to move forward. And so the point of today's episode, and just the thing to remember, is that having an intentional follow-up process that you follow every time, and you probably customize or adjust a little bit as needed based on the deal, but following a consistent process of follow-up is what's going to actually help you close way more business. It's going to help you deepen the relationship with that prospect or customer before they sign on for all of your services, and it's going to allow your company to grow and succeed. If you need any help with this is what we love helping our clients with. I want you to close more business. I want you to close more of the customers that are really perfect for you. We have a whole process that we teach. You can reach us at landscapemarketinghero.com. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.